Hey, if you pour that stuff out that I gave you out on the table for a couple days, it tastes a lot better. Just want to let you know that. Alright, I'll try you back later. So Evelyn's doing the same thing Olivia's doing, right?
As far as I know.
So they won't be out. They won't be out till 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why are you here so early?
Because just to make sure that she's got it right, because she's always got everything wrong. So.
Okay.
So Kathy texted, I guess a couple times, and didn't hear back, I guess, from the teacher. So I didn't want to, assume that Olivia knows what the hell she's talking about.
Okay.
So is that what you think too? 3 o'clock, right? They're supposed to get out?
I have no idea. We've got so much going on right now. I'm sure Olivia's told you guys Evelyn's going to have spinal surgery.
Yeah, next month, right?
We go and talk with the surgeon on October 9th. So, yeah.
And this is for a...
It's going to be a spinal fusion is what it's going to wind up being, but they don't like to do them until they're stopped growing.
Shouldn't like to do them at all. Everybody I know that's ever had them done always has problems. Anytime you go into the back, Jay knows that, right?
Well, that's why Jay won't get surgery that he needs. So.
Right.
Anyway,
Right, but his suffering now, if you look around at everybody else that's ever had them done, I agree with them. If I had the same thing, I wouldn't do it either. Everybody I know that's ever gone into their back, don't you know people that have back surgery?
All the time.
And success?
Yeah, I have. I've had people with success and I've had people with failures. So that's why
I don't personally know anyone. Yeah, I don't know anyone.
I've stayed out of Jay's
psychomatic thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not a 50-50. I would not say it's a 50-50 because everybody I know's failed. When you go look around and talk to anybody that has what they consider success, it's kind of the same pain I see Jay in now. That's what they consider success. Hey, you can walk, and that's what they tell people.
I know. The doctor that saw him initially said basically it was a 90% success rate. So, and Jay's like, it's not 100%. I don't want to do it. I'm like, you can't get much more 100%.
Yeah, if he's
just like
guaranteeing
Evelyn.
90%.
Evelyn's asking me, so will I be out of pain when I have the surgery? I said, you should be out of pain. I can't promise you 100%. Because something could happen. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I tried giving that same warning to an ex-girlfriend a few years ago, maybe like 6-7 years ago. Had her first one. She was a school teacher, and she was out of work for so long with the back pain, chronic back pain. So they went in the first time. So it's always something. There's some people it's a disc, some people it's pins, some people need the hip pins and whatever. But anytime, I don't care what it is, they go in, and there's always some kind of issues. And she's like, no, I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do it anyways. And I said, all right. I mean, just look around, and same thing. She said the doctor gave me a 95% success rate on this, and they do these surgeries all the time. Don't worry about it. Better than dealing with what I'm dealing with now. So, talked to her a couple of years later. She's going in for another surgery. I seen it on Facebook. So I called her up and like, so what's going on? They said, you're going back in? You're really going to go in again? She said, yeah, because he's got to fix this and fix that didn't work out the first time. I said, well, then that's what happened to the 95% success rate. She's going in now for the third one now. So that's another thing. They always got to keep going back in.
My only concern is because she has not stopped growing.
Right.
They're going to have to keep going back in to readjust. Because the way the wordings and everything from Boston Children's, the research that I've done on that, once they place the bars, they basically solidify after a year and become almost like bone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going to happen when she grows. That's my concern. So that's one of my questions that I have to write down for the surgeon. And we were debating on whether or not to go into Boston and get a second opinion. But after looking up the doctor at Shriners that's going to be doing the operation, he trained at Boston Children's.
Right.
So I'm like, Boston Children's is the #1 in the country. Probably the #1 in the world. and the doctor that's going to do her surgery trained there. So it makes me feel better.
Yeah, you guys believe in the medical system. You're like Kathy. You guys believe in that nonsense. Just like cancer patients. I mean, it's 350,000 kids a year die of cancer, and everybody, bows down to the, children's cancer societies and all that. And same thing, the Hopkins hospital and stuff like that. I don't see anything. They're not doing anything for the last, since they started, 60 years or whatever. And there's more kids. In my opinion, you look around. Every year, it's more and more kids dying of cancer. It's not less, definitely. You can go look at the statistics. So if that's, or sick with it, I should say. So yeah, actually, they have changed the death rate. So maybe the death rate has gone down on cancer statistics, but the kids ending up with it and still having it. So kind of like, what's good is all the research, Drives me nuts, man. What's their other option? She really has no other option though, but surgery or be in pain, right?
So if we decide to do nothing and see if her curve just stops at this point, she's going to be complaining of pain for the rest of her life.
I'm thinking about the brace though. What about the brace?
The brace, we braced her for a year and a half. She was religious about wearing it 20 hours a day. I mean, she did nothing
sucks.
wrong.
That brace sucks too.
She did nothing wrong.
Right. Still no improvement.
She did exercise when she was supposed to. We did physical therapy when we were told to do that. She joined swim team so that she could get the exercise on her back.
Right.
So she did absolutely everything that she possibly could. If we sit and do nothing or keep her in a brace, her curve may stay where it's at. But if it gets worse to a point where it's 70 degrees or more, it's going to start compromising her lungs. Her liver, her heart, all of the internal organs are going to be compromised from her curve that is like this. It will be further. And they won't be able to correct her back to 0%.
It's not telescopic surgery, is it? It's an open up.
It's an open up.
Yeah, so if it's an open up, so then they're gonna go in and they're gonna cut all the muscles and everything to get to it, which is gonna do everything that you're talking about, worried about now. She's gonna be taking away all of her back muscular strength. That's what just happened to Hillary too, because it also was not telescopic.
I know.
So she's all her nerves. You're talking about worrying about the bones keep growing. Well, the bones have all those nerves attached to them, and that's what's feeding them and giving them all their growth. So is that going to stunt? It's an iffy thing, man. I feel bad for you guys. I know just seeing her in pain all the time must suck. What's her pain level on a 1 to 10? Like a 9?
She has a hard time sleeping at night sometimes.
It's in that flat position.
It's hard to determine her pain level because I feel like she always tells me that she's in pain.
Right.
So I don't know. She was in pain with her brace on. She was in pain without it on. It's a no-win situation. The brace right now is for comfort, according to the PA that we saw. She can wear it if she chooses to. It decreases her curve by 10 degrees. So she goes from 50 degrees to 40.
Right, sweaty, itchy, shitty 20 hours a day feeling. I know, I had friends that had them.
Yep, my sisters refused to wear them, so,
Yeah, my friend Russell too.
I have one sister that refused to wear it, one that did wear it, and they both have back pain today. I mean, it all depends on their weight.
Right.
If they're in shape, then their back doesn't hurt, but the minute that they put on 5 extra pounds, their back starts to flare up and hurt.
It's like a sciatic nerve. Same thing. Sciatic nerve will do
Basically,
that to you.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I'm just trying to make the right decision for Evelyn.
Yeah.
Because she ultimately has to live with it the rest of her life.
Right. I mean, she is a smart kid. She'll understand it also. I mean, if you get a pain level out of her, like if she says that the pain level is only at a 3 or 4, how to determine the pain level? I don't know. Grab her hand, make it hurt or something like that, so she can get an idea what you mean by a pain. Because if she's only at a 3 for a pain level, and but if she says a 9 or a 10, then of course you don't want her to live like that. But if it's a 3, then it might be worth waiting until her bones at least are fully grown, because you make a lot of sense with that one, you know.
So we had her in a brace for a year and a half. In that year and a half, she went from 37 degrees to 50.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a huge change in a short time. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, if we wait another year and a half, that's only putting her at 13 and a half, because she's only 12.
Well, they sell these braces for a reason. They tell you that they work. Obviously, they don't. You know, they tell you here the brace is going to help you. Blah, blah, blah. It's all the whole medical industry. I'm sorry, you guys suck, man. The whole entire medical industry, every freaking thing. I can't believe it. It really does, because I mean, why would they even sell everybody on that? My friend Russell was torturing himself with that stupid brace for years too, and they never got any better with them. With the technology, they can make a bumper for your freaking car out of some fiber that's unbelievable. So why can't they take that same fiber that you make a hood that's this thin and make a nice brace that actually works, and that, you know, you would think after all the years.
I mean, the Boston brace was developed in Boston, and through Boston Children's Hospital.
What about thinking outside the box type of thing with that back? What about if they did a reverse bed? Like when my sciatic nerve's acting up, there's only one position with a sciatic nerve. My old man, same thing. Anybody with sciatic nerve conditions, you can like lift your leg and turn it sideways. All of a sudden, boom, you hit a spot and it's all gone. The whole thing, and you're like, oh my God, I'm pain free. But as soon as you go like this, boom, you're in pain again. Yeah. Is there, I wonder, something you could do like that?
The spines, I mean, so a nerve is compressed, and that's what causes the zings down your leg, and the numbness and all of that is from a compression.
Right. So with hers, same thing with compression, because she's bent too much, right?
But it's a bone that's bent.
Right, but bone doesn't. It's the bone being bent that's, like you said, lungs, liver, all these other organs that are going to be infected by that being bent. Now, if you take the pressure off that, right now it's not all those things, but I'm saying her pain must be from that, things touching where they're not supposed to be touching, not bone on bone. Right. It's really kind of the same thing. They won't call it a sciatic nerve because they can see a bent bone. So if they see the bones bent and causing the problem. Like, I wonder if you put up, because mine I can put 2 pillows on the bed and lay my belly on it, and boom, the nerve was released, and you know, you're nice and clear. I wonder if even sleeping that way for a long time, like if you bought one of those bump beds.
So when you elevate your leg, it is supposed to take pressure off of your lower back. This is her mid back. That is what her skeleton looks like right now.
Wow, this is genetic? That everybody's that twisted? No shit.
Yeah, so that is Evelyn.
So it's not even twisted that way. So she would have to be, it would more be a sideways thing than a left and right.
Yeah. So her biggest curve is right in the middle, and that's where she has the most pain, is her mid-back, not lower back, like most people complain of lower back pain.
I've never seen one that twisted before. I've seen these before, and I've never seen one that bad.
So she's...
And usually you get lucky, like Russell's was twisted this way. It was too much like, this way, not this way. So...
Yeah, she's got an S formation. So her most severe is, at 50 degrees. And then she's at 30 and 35, so roughly. Because your body compensates for anything that's out of whack.
Right.
So, yeah.
Does her brace have a stretcher on it too? Does it have like adjustments to stretch?
So her brace, so a Boston brace has an open area to push her spine to correct and align it. So it has like a hole on one side
Mm-hmm.
and it pushes.
Okay.
So it pushes her side over so that it
Right.
makes her spine straight.
Right.
That's the whole idea of a
It does
Boston
look like you have
brace.
no choice. It does look like you got no choice. Because even if you do keep waiting, like you said, with this being that far off, wow.
Yeah. This is, let me see. The next one is actually in brace, but it was her first brace, which I feel like it fit her better.
Now is everybody else? Oh, that's not so bad. That's what I'm used to seeing. Yeah.
So this was 27.9 or 26.9, something like that. 27 degrees. That was in brace. See those little wavy things on the side? Those are the metal pieces on her brace. So this was taken in brace. I don't have her out of brace one, but her out of brace was 10 degrees more. So we started at 37 degrees.
Like you said, yeah. If it went to 50, yeah.
So in brace, it shaves off 10 degrees.
But you can't live in the brace, right?
And it's not helping because she's still making, her body's still curving in brace,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Right, right.
So we've literally done everything possible
Right.
at this point.
Yeah, and the pins, I mean,
But it's scary.
mm-hmm.
The recovery rate, the recovery is awful.
Yeah, just anesthesia alone is enough to worry about, you know?
Yeah, and she's
So,
already been under anesthesia when they had to do an MRI on her, you know? So she's already gone
they
through
put
that
her under
once.
anesthesia for an MRI?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because she was 10.
That
They
just
wanted,
doesn't make any sense.
they wanted to make sure she didn't move.
Oh, fuck that, man. Oh, my
That
God.
was the only way that they would do an MRI.
What a bunch of assholes. I hate that industry.
Just like Jack, they made us put him under general anesthetic when they did his kidney biopsy in February. I'm like, all you need to do is just do a local anesthetic and take. I mean,
Right.
there's
Right.
nothing simpler about doing.
Talk with a calming voice so you don't get them upset to move and make sure they're.
His anesthesiologist refused to do the procedure unless they put him under. It was like,
Yeah, an extra $2,500 and a danger because every time you go under with the anesthesia is not good either.
no. So,
Oh, man.
anyway, yeah. So Evelyn is looking at having to be out of school for anywhere from, I've read, 3 weeks to 8 weeks.
That's not enough time either. I mean, shit, everybody that's a.
And then she can't do any impact, no impact sports for, I think it's a year. So thank God she doesn't like soccer. She's not a football girl.
It seems like it's going to be even longer than that because everybody that I know that's done the surgeries, adults, are usually out of work for several months.
So
Yeah.
kids bounce back quicker than
I
adults.
suppose, yeah.
Their bones are more, I guess.
Yeah, plastic. I mean, what's the word? Yeah. Flexible.
Pliable.
Yeah, pliable. There you go.
So, anyway, the surgery itself is, I don't know if they can do it all in one surgery or if they need to do two, because she also has the back kyphosis, so it